Hello everyone, and welcome back to SystemMagic. As always, we are your hosts. My name's Greg, and this is Andrew, and today is our Wednesday night constructed stream, where we will be bringing to light some answers to some questions about the Pioneer format. Namely, what is Bring to Light Omnath, and is it busted? So Andrew, what is Bring to Light Omnath, and is it busted?
I think it might be busted.
Okay.
But we're gonna, but I haven't. My sample isn't that big yet. So this is a deck that was played at the Pro Tour at Pro Tour Phyrexia by Sir Khan, also known as Nico Boni, as well as Lucas and Bob and Cheese from the stream, along with a few other members of their team. I don't think that's a complete listing.
Okay.
It had a 65% win rate.
Okay.
Although only like 5 people played it, but that's still a pretty good win rate.
Sure. So a pretty small sample size, but impressive stuff.
Played in the Pro Tourney. So I think basically here's the idea of this deck. So historically in Pioneer, there's been this Niv Mizzet deck that plays 4 Bring to Lights, right? And the kind of realization...
this is not regional. So recently there was the Japanese regionals, which was standard. The Pro Tour was at MagicCon Philly, and that was about a month ago now, or I guess 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a little confusing to keep track because there's regionals happening right now, and there was also just a Pro Tour. But yeah, that was a Pioneer event.
Okay, so the idea of this deck is there's been a long-term kind of B to C tier Pioneer deck that has...
We've just been got.
I'm going to ignore that for the time being.
Okay, that's fine.
That brought to light Niv Mizzet, and it was, I think, not very good.
Yeah.
It was very clunky. And the reason was you kind of had to play all these weird 2-color spells to enable your Niv Mizzet, and most of them, it turns out, were bad. Mm-hmm. Shockingly.
Yeah.
So, basically, the idea of this deck, the original genesis is like, well, what if we play the Bring to Light Niv Mizzet deck, we cuddle the Niv Mizzet so we can just play all good spells up the curve.
Okay.
Specifically, like Leyline Binding and Chain the Rocks are kind of the best 5-color removal package of the format.
Yeah.
Already heavily played in Enchanties. Second of all, Fable the Mirror Breaker, obviously one of the best cards of Pioneer.
Yeah.
Great in this deck, great in every deck. Also fixes your mana, ramps you to Bring to Light, does everything you want to do, really.
Yeah.
Not playable in the Niv Mizzet deck because it's mono red.
Yeah.
So those cards were added, and then basically just trying to push the Bring to Light angle without playing on the Niv Mizzet angle at all.
Yeah.
And it turns out that your deck is pretty good against decks like Rakdos without Niv Mizzet.
Okay.
And against most other decks, Bring to Light goes enough over the top of them without a 5-mana 6/6 that draws a bunch of cards. The two main tricks this deck pulls Bring to Light are both pretty strong. The first trick is you can Bring to Light for Selfless Glyph Weaver and then cast Deadly Vanity for 5 mana. So what this will do for 5 mana is you choose a creature Planeswalker and destroy all of the rest, no matter how many there are. This is a very, very good as a Wrath. Against the old Niv Mizzet decks, I remember losing to this combination a bunch playing mono green because, well, it wraps all of your creatures in Planeswalkers.
Yeah.
And they often will pick a creature such as their Sylvan Caryatid is a common choice.
Yeah.
Another common choice is Goblin Token.
Nice.
So, yes. The other trick the deck pulls is you Bring to Light for Valki, and then cast Tybalt Cosmic Imposter.
That's a nice one.
Yeah. So, Tybalt Cosmic Imposter is a Planeswalker that can immediately... that basically for the rest of the game lets you cast anything that exiles with it, even if it leaves the battlefield. You often will use it to essentially draw 3 cards a turn by plussing.
Yeah.
You get a card from each player's deck and then you cast them. Or you can minus out a creature and essentially hostage taker it. So, yeah. That's the gist of the deck. There's various other one-ofs for various matchups. I'm not going to get too much into the details of all the one-ofs.
Yeah, some of them are insane.
Well,
Fiora?
Okay, that one isn't for Bring to Light.
Okay.
That one I might talk about.
Sure.
But the main one of note in the current format is Slaughter Games.
Yeah.
And the reason Slaughter Games is of note is this creativity deck that's very popular right now basically can't beat Slaughter Games.
Okay.
Slaughter Games on any combination of creativity, Xenagos, or World Spine Worm is really, really bad for them.
Yeah.
The choice is somewhat contextual depending on the situation.
Sure.
But basically all of those they can never beat.
Yeah.
Also, it's quite good to have a main deck Lotus Field hate card. It doesn't knock out Lotus Field in a single Slaughter Games.
Okay.
But it is very good.
Do you name the ultimatum?
No, you name Hidden Strings.
Oh, okay.
It turns out that being Hidden Strings, their deck mostly doesn't function. Their ultimatum, can't even find very many piles of cards that produce mana. It makes their life very awkward.
Okay.
It's not literally lights out, but it's quite good.
Okay.
You also can name their kill condition if you know what it is, but you risk them playing 2 kill conditions.
Sure.
So it's usually better named Hidden Strings in the dark.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the idea of this deck. There are basically 2 flex slots that are not agreed upon at all in BTL Omnath right now.
Okay.
Most of the main I'm playing here is stock.
Okay.
At the Pro Tour, the team was split between playing the card Prismari Command X2 and Courier's Capsule X2.
Okay.
Neither of which are in this list.
Okay.
The 2 flex slots we are currently playing are 1 Scarab Gizi and 1 Kiora.
Okay.
The idea is you want a ramp card that isn't Sylvan Caryatid. And I like that Kiora doesn't die to creature removal and draws some cards, produce some value.
Sure.
I also think it's kind of nice with Millions of Triomes, actually. Just an awkward thing with this deck is sometimes you don't have the right mana to play your Chain to the Rocks or Leyline Binding.
Right.
And then you draw a White Source and it's a tap land, and then you still can't play it.
Okay.
And it's kind of nice, actually, that you can play the White Source on top with Kiora and play the White Spell that turn.
Yeah.
That's the basics of the deck.
Wait, I have some Omnath. So, notably, there aren't really fetch lands in Pioneer. I mean, there's 4 Fable Passage. Is that enough to make Omnath good?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. And also, how does Omnath work with Mother Elish Norn?
Positively.
Do you get the second thing because it's the second time that ability has resolved?
Yes.
Okay. So you if you play, you haven't played a land yet. You play Elish Norn, you play a land. You'll get life.
2 Omnath triggers will occur.
Okay.
That will then do 2 Omnaths worth of stuff.
Okay, nice. Okay.
You also have 1 Escape to the Wild to bring to light for.
Okay. For value?
Yes. Well, mostly it's against control decks. You play against blue-white control, there's not a silver bullet you can find.
Yeah.
So usually the silver bullet you find is 5 cards.
Sure. 5 cards is a lot of cards.
Yeah, and then the sideboard doesn't have that much going on. I'm trying Adenic, as the idea being that you can lock out Greasefang, and it's a reasonable card to just have in many matchups. And then there's also a Lavinia. This is stock, and the Lavinia is a Lotus Field hit card.
Nice. Okay.
Basically, their entire deck doesn't function under it.
Yeah.
Which is pretty nice. And then this kind of package is our blue-white control plan. We board into a bunch of bank
You
busts and
should
counterspells.
move it anywhere other than that.
Oh, sorry.
They can't see it because it's behind the chat. I mean, they can kind of see it, but yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
So this pile of cards all come in against blue-white creativity. Anytime you're trying to be reactive, you get a bunch of counterspells, then you get to leave up bank busters, which is pretty nice. So yeah, that's the gist of the deck.
How horrendous is the mana base?
About as horrendous as the other deck.
Okay.
I don't know if it's more horrendous. It's not great. I mean, I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, I think Sylvan Caryatid actually does go a long way.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
The best card in your deck, other than Bring to Light, is Sylvan Caryatid.
Okay.
The problem with the mana slot is that all non-Sylvan Caryatid cards are pale imitations of Sylvan Caryatid.
Yes. Okay.
But anyway, we can fire it off.
Nice.
Also, I want to state here that I am leaning towards playing this deck in the Pioneer Showcase this weekend. It is currently my front runner.
Really?
I haven't locked it in or anything, but I think I'm going to play it.
Nice. Do you think it's a reasonable choice for someone's local RCQ?
I do think that.
Nice.
Are you playing a local RCQ?
No, I was just asking.
Okay. If you were playing local RCQ, I was going to say you're not going to play it, Greg. I don't know why you're asking me this.
I might. I'm coming around on the idea of playing an RCQ this weekend. I might look tomorrow.
All right.
Really, I lost in the finals again of an RCQ, and so now I'm a little tilted and feel like taking some time off. It does feel Enchanties adjacent. That is definitely true.
It is Enchanties adjacent. Well, basically, I think the main deck Slaughter Games is really appealing right now. For example, this creativity deck that I keep playing against when I test Pioneer is very soft to Slaughter Games and quite good against Enchanties. I've been told. Despite claims that I made previously to the contrary that was bad against Enchanties, I was told those were false by Enchanties experts.
Nice, okay.
Yeah, you should know that Bob and Chief...
They did reveal Kahira. I don't know if that affects anything, but...
I don't even know what that means.
I mean, it's probably some sort of control deck, right?
Oh, probably. I guess that's true, yeah. I mean, I think I'd keep this against control.
Oh, definitely. Isn't losing the finals just fuel to play more? I mean, yeah, but it definitely, feels bad, right? Never mind, it's cats.
Yes, it's cats. Nothing to worry about, just the classic cats archetype. Okay, so we need to Fable Passage for a Plains if we want to Chain to Rocks on 2, which we probably want.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Cats is probably the hammer deck.
Okay, yeah.
Would be my guess.
With, like, Kemba?
Yeah.
Never mind, it's Cats. If you've watched, this might be a deep cut, but there's a show called Crazy Ex-Girlfriend that is an excellent show that I really like, and it's kind of a musical show, and there's a song in that show called Fuck Ton of Cats, and every time I see Cats tribal deck in Magic, I think of the song A Fuck Ton of Cats from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Alright, you don't think of the musical Cats?
No.
I just wanted to be clear, because that would be a very reasonable thing to think of.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's clearly right to change Kemba, so I'm just going to do that.
Also, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend has a lot of references to musicals, and there is a great Cats parody, which I had never seen Cats at the time that I saw this episode, but I knew it was a Cats parody. It was obvious.
I don't doubt that it was obvious. Alright, well, I don't really think the Sacred Cat Beatdown is going to come close to beating us.
Uh-huh.
Hello, Luke. Welcome to the stream. Ooh, that's scary.
Yeah.
But they don't have the hammer, they would have hammered us.
Yeah.
Okay, so we could Kiora into BTL, but I think we just want to Fable, right?
I like Fable. I mean, we can also Fable into BTL, right?
Well, oh, that's true. Yeah, we should probably just Fable.
Yeah. That's an insane story. It's also accurate.
Speaking as someone who has seen Cats musical about one more time than anyone should, I agree that it's accurate.
They just put Kahira in their hand? Yeah.
I mean, notably, we could exile all their Sacred Cats with Extinction Event. Ooh. See, this is awkward because our hand is so good, we have very little to discard. I think perhaps Kiora should be discarded. I like discarding Kiora. I don't really want to discard anything else. You want to keep Boseiju for hammers? Or for Sigarda's Aid. Oh, that's true. Like, I think Boseiju Sigarda's Aid is very good. Okay, we could discard the other Fable. Well, I think it might be better than Kiora, though. Well, wait, I definitely want to discard Kiora. I want to discard just Kiora. Okay, I think that's fine. Like, I think we might want to Fable Boseiju this turn. Yeah. Like, that seems like a pretty reasonable turn. Because we could just cast Bring to Light. Yeah, I guess I'm going to start by tying with Goblin. Okay. And if our opponent chooses double block, I believe that is fine. Agreed. We're going to see Lion King next year. That is true. I also don't love the Lion King live musical. But would you say that it's a better in the category of musicals about cats than Cats? Yeah. All right. I believe that's the only question worth asking. So, okay, the only reason to wait on Extinction Event is on their next turn, they're very likely to cast Kahira the Orphan Guard. Yeah, I want to just Fable Boseiju, I think. Okay, it is awkward, though, because we'll flip our Fable, and then that'll be an odd creature. Oh, wait, so that's maybe we just do want to do it now. But we could just... But I don't even know if we care about any... Like, what if we just never cast Extinction Event? I mean, I think never casting Extinction Event is very reasonable. I want to Fable Boseiju, I think. And then I think my plan from there is to is likely to bring to light for Tibbles and laugh at them. Nice. Okay. I don't think we're gonna be slaughter gaming this particular game. Wait, do you want to wait? Well, no, I don't want them to draw Hammer. I mean, I can wait till they're up. Can't we respond to Hammer by killing Sigarda's Aid? Well, yeah, but then what if they just pass the turn? You're just hoping they'll go for it? Okay. Like, it's not better to do that than to just go for it now. Okay. And they don't have Hammer right now because they would have hammered us. Yeah. So I believe the Archive is exactly the right time to cast it. I don't know what's happening in response. I think maybe our opponent was trying to bluff us, but that isn't going to work very well. Yeah. And look, if we decide never to cast Extinction Event, we can just discard it to Fable. That's not unreasonable. Okay, well that does kind of make me want to cast Extinction Event, I admit. I mean, I think I do. Yeah. It'll kill our thing, but do you want to discard our land? Because we get 2 treasures. Yeah. Although, wait, it's a little awkward, actually. Because we need a black source to cast this main phase.
Oh.
Wait, we should discard nothing.
Okay, let's discard nothing.
And to be clear, there is a basic swamp.
Yep.
This deck has one... It's literal one of each basic. just how Garfield intended, you know?
Yep.
We want to not lose our goblins in combat niece. We want an extinction event pre-combat, is the idea here.
I would suggest choosing odd.
Yeah, choosing even would be foolish. Well, that draws a concession.
Nice.
Okay, we defeated cats in game 1.
Okay.
So, I don't think we have that much sideboard for cats. I imagine Rending Volley is good.
I agree. They should print Prismatic Vista into Pioneer. That would be sweet, I think. Oh, it might be too good.
I think it's very strong.
Okay, yeah.
I have an example of a card that would concern me in that world.
Yeah.
Omnath.
Or just like every deck would play it, right?
That's also a concern, yes. I think you could try to print a Prismatic Vista like card, but it needs to be weaker.
The Fable creature is a 3.
Okay, so the question is, do you think Extinction Event should stay in?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to cut Slaughter Games.
That's very reasonable. Do we want anything else? It's not obvious that we do.
I think so.
Yeah, to be clear, this is our plan in most creature matchups, is we barely sideboard.
Yeah.
And in most creature matchups, our deck is just very good. And we beat them. Like, this deck, I think, is not particularly bad against creatures. Like, usually just, like, doing Bring to Light nonsense goes to the top of everything they can do. And also, some of the Bring to Light targets are very nice to randomly draw.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I played a game against Gruul earlier today where I curved, like, Kill Spell on 2, Fable on 3. On 4, I played Hostage Taker and took hostage the Reckless Stormseeker. Okay. Then I cast it, and then I started, like, Fabling Hostage Taker.
Ooh, that's nice.
So, yeah. Anyway, this hand is a sneak, I think.
Yeah.
To be fair, I've never played the Cats matchup before, so, you know, we do have that to consider.
If someone was going to play a local Pioneer RCQ, would you suggest they play Cats?
I would not suggest that.
Okay.
However, I will say that if someone wishes to play a cat-themed deck, then I would suggest that they play Cats.
Okay.
Although, see, one concern about Cats is it might not be the best cat tribal deck in Pioneer, which is an insane statement. But, you know.
What's the best cat tribal deck in Pioneer?
I think that best cat tribal deck in Pioneer might be the builds of blue-white that have the Regal Carcall on the sideboard.
Okay.
As well as Kahira as their companion.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So, I'm worried it's not the best cat-themed deck. But anyway. Okay, so wait. If I play Rafine's Tower, I don't have every type, right?
Correct. Okay,
so if I want to leave up Land Binding, I have to shock with Sacred Foundry?
Yes.
Okay, but I think I do want to do that.
You're just afraid of death?
Pretty afraid of death, yeah. Death is scary.
I want to play Sylvan Caryatid.
And then if they play Sigardazade...
I'll block.
That seems not good.
Well, then we'll untap and binding their thing, right? Like...
Oh, you just want to, like, get the hammer out of their hand, kind of, in that world?
Also, it's a much better play if they don't have exactly Sigardazade Hammer.
That's true. And I guess they don't have Aid. Okay, I'm sold.
I mean, maybe they wanted to hold it around a Beseiju, but, like, I don't know. This play just seems like miles better.
Well, it's just that we really, like, really don't want to block this Zone Caryatid. It's, like, extremely bad.
I mean, that's true, but it's blocking, and we'll either gain 20, we'll either not die as a result, or nothing will happen, right?
No, like, what I mean is, you're making this play where you accept that there's an outcome where you might have to block with it. Well, and I'm pointing out that outcome's still really bad.
Yes, but it's, like, they have to have the exactly 2 cards, and if they do, we'll just untap and Leyline Binding their thing, like. Okay.
So, now Rafine's Tower does give me all the colors, I believe.
Yes.
Because we actually have all the colors except black anyway.
Yep.
So I think we should definitely play it.
Yep.
And the question is really, should we tap out for Fable? And I kind of think yes.
Same thing, we'll block.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'll block if they attack with it in any configuration, basically.
Yep.
And, like, it's a little sad that we'll lose our Goblin that could potentially let us cast BTL next turn, but...
I think the song that best... the cat song that best describes Blue White's control is the song Old Deuteronomy.
Sorry, that's an unhinged comment.
That song is all about the cat Old Deuteronomy. And I think that Old Deuteronomy, if Old Deuteronomy had to play a Magic tournament, he would play Blue-White Control.
All right. Good to know. I'll keep that in mind.
I think it's pretty clear.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, baby!
I mean, I think we can discard Triome and Duplicate Omnath, but
yeah.
It's go time here. Okay. So let's cast Omnath. Green, blue. Look at me even saying the color that I'm making each time for Greg's personal benefit. White. Okay.
For those who don't know, the last time we played an Omnath deck, Andrew just made colors and randomly said colors that often did not align.
So anyway, I'm going to get Valky here.
Okay.
It's Valky time.
So you need to get the swamp, right? Oh, yeah. I guess it doesn't matter.
I can get anything I want, yeah. It's a CMC of 2, if you're wondering.
Uh-huh. Man, we should add Bring to Light to Valky to the list of judge questions for Pioneer.
Okay, let's find Valky, God of Lies, Tybalt, Cosmic Imposter, and I'm just going to exile Adorned Pouncer, I think. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
They had enough.
Is Valky better than Elish? Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I don't know, like... I mean, Dog's pointing out that we have 2 Leyland bindings that would be doubled, which is true, but I don't know, Valky's going to draw me a lot of cards.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really know if it's better, but also I think it's funny to kill your opponent with their own cards.
Also, that felt very sweet, what just happened.
I mean, I think this deck is very good. What I like about it is it does something fundamentally powerful with making relatively few concessions to play bad cards.
Yeah, okay. How did we win? Our opponent conceded. We Omnathed into Bring to Light, got Tybalt into play, and then our opponent just gave up.
It does have a good Cats matchup.
Yeah. What decks have bad Cats matchups?
Good question.
Nice.
I don't know.
Cats has a bad Cats matchup is a nice claim.
Do you think that Cats the Musical has a good matchup against Cats the deck?
Yeah. I'm not sure which I'd rather do, though. Go watch Cats or go play in a Pioneer tournament playing Cats. Honestly, probably the Pioneer tournament.
I think easily the Pioneer tournament.
It would take longer.
Mystic in the stream, what's logic in the Kiora? Okay, well, basically everyone agrees there's kind of a flex ramp slot in this deck. You want more than 4 ramp slots, and you prefer that your ramp wasn't vulnerable to early creature removal, because your deck doesn't present a lot of good creature removal targets. So given that, Kiora seems nice. Also, it's pretty cool that it draws cards with, your Omnaths, your Companion obviously draws cards with it, and also, it draws 2 cards, the Elish Norn.
Ooh, that's pretty sweet.
I mean, there's only 1 Elish Norn, so I'm not sure how important that is, but it is true.
Would you have to be sober to watch Cats? No. It wouldn't take long because you'd O2 drop, yeah. Can we post this Twitter poll? What would you rather do? Play a Pioneer tournament with the deck Cats, or attend the musical Cats?
Oh, we'd absolutely post that Twitter poll. Also, I slammed Failed Passage because we definitely need to find a Plains.
I agree.
We will be notably lacking green mana at the end of all this, but we'll find a way through with that.
I agree, Clark. I don't like getting high that much, but if I had to go see Cats again, I would definitely choose to enhance my experience.
I appreciate the tank about how to phrase what you're about to say.
I don't know. We're this is gonna go on the internet. I could be talking about anything. You know? Shout out to any future employers watching this on YouTube. Don't worry, I'm a great hire.
Shout out to any of Greg's future employers. He actually is a great hire. So there you go.
Oh, thanks, Andrew.
Surprisingly.
Also, why did they just play Of One Mind?
I don't know. You say, like them playing Third Path Iconoclast.
I don't know, we're playing against the Sean Gallagher deck.
It's Grixis? I don't think that deck was Grixis.
Put one of Black Lotus into my resume. Yeah, I mean, I probably won't do that. I might put Twitch streamer into my resume.
Okay, so the real question is, what should we loot away? I think pretty clearly basic mountain.
Uh-huh.
And possibly another land.
I think it's either another land or Chain to the Rocks. And I think it's another land.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think it's probably Sacred Foundry.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, well, let's chain the rocks. Here are the rocks I'm going to chain them to.
A great choice.
And, we might cycle a Triome this turn. Oh, we also pick up our companion. Probably picking up our companion's pretty good.
That makes sense.
It does require us to, expend the Fatal Passage. Their Fatal Pushing Response. Sure. But I think that's still fine. Right? I want Krug in my hand pretty badly, I think.
Yeah, okay.
If we draw Omnath, we'll be able to make 4 mana, but we also don't really have anything to spend 4 mana on.
That's true.
If I'm being honest. So, I think I'll just find Island.
Yeah.
And we'll go get our elk friend.
Nice. It's a friendly elk.
Luke makes a good point. Arguably, you're only a half-time Twitch streamer.
Wait, I'm a full-time Twitch streamer.
But there's 2 of us. Does that mean we each half-time?
No. How many employees were there at your last job?
Good question. It's really a debatable question. Okay, okay, I think I want to play Boseiju and play Giganta.
I like that.
I know we're potentially missing out on Boseiju value, but I think it's fine. Also, notably, we can tap Giganta for mana to cast Volkey next turn.
Oh, that's so sweet!
Also, I have a follow-up here. So, I appreciate that Xander's Lounge is the rocks they're chained to. Can you imagine being we're chaining you to these rocks, and then you go there, and it's just this really sweet lounge, and you're like, were these supposed to be rocks? But
that is great. Also, our opponent's at 10.
Yeah, we could theoretically win with Elk Beatdown. I guess not now, but
yeah.
I was previously wondering if we could win via Elk Beatdown. Also, they're at 11 now.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't going that great because these 4 is kind of a lot of tokens.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to chain them to the same rocks?
I think so.
Okay, more people are now going to hang out in Xander's Lounge. And I think we want to cycle this?
Yeah.
I guess I could have done that first, but I'm going to do it now.
It's fine.
Wow, I could have chained them to far less pleasant rocks.
No, the Xander Lounge is funny.
Yeah, it's a classic Sedgemoor Witch. Well, the worst part is we're currently losing to the Sedgemoor Witch. I mean, we could easily win, but we're certainly losing.
Yeah. I mean, I assume they have counterspells in their deck?
I wouldn't assume that.
Okay.
I mean, they might, but it's beyond human comprehension.
Sure. The flavor of all Nuka Penetrant, is suspect at best. I agree. I think that is the clear second worst thing about them.
What would you say the worst thing about them is?
That they don't have the word Triome in their name.
Oh, that's reasonable. I want to cycle.
I agree.
Okay, well that does permanently kill a token, but we can't cast it now.
True. Maybe they'll play a third path Iconoclast.
Yeah, and then
take it hostage.
Oh. You want me to, if they play that, not bind it so that we can take hostage? Wait.
Nah, we should bind it.
I mean, it's not that unreasonable. Mostly because, I don't know. I feel like we're playing to, the play of just, bind the young PZs, maybe playing to lose. But
yeah, I also don't if it was specifically the Iconoclast, then that triggers off Leyline bindings.
Yeah.
But,
So you want me to just binding the young PZ right now and take 4?
I would take 4 first. I don't see the rush.
Well, what if they have sorceries in their hand?
Oh, good point. Okay.
I mean, the rush is that for some reason they decide to cast their sorceries post-combat. This is better.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they decided to do that, but I also don't tend to look Gift Force in the mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, or they could, consider into a sorcery here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can still win here if we draw Omnath into a land or something to that effect.
Yeah.
Also, we're not in that bad a spot if we draw Bring to Light.
Because we can just wipe all their tokens.
Yeah. We can just Extinction Event.
Yeah.
This is neither here nor there, but I don't think it's completely obvious that Extinction Event is a better one of in this deck than Hour of Devastation. But I haven't explored it at all.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're not dead on board.
That's nice.
We can hostage take a thing.
Yeah. I guess a pest.
Sure. Yeah, I like taking pests hostage. It's unclear who's gonna ransom them, given that they're a literal pest. But
and then, do you want to play the Sparrow's headquarters?
I guess so. I feel like cycling into something next turn is not a way to drain it out.
Okay, play it.
And maybe there's a chance that playing it somehow drains out. I guess maybe there's a chance we should have just not done anything with it. On the idea that if we draw Omnath, it's a guaranteed land drop.
That's true.
Wait, I think maybe... Okay, it's not going to matter, don't worry.
Okay, I mean, we're still not dead on board, but...
That's true. It does appear unlikely for us to win, though, even if this land mining resolves.
Well, we don't even... I mean, we are at 5, so we could just take 4.
That's true. And you think I might be right? I guess it could be.
That is what I would like to do, yes.
Okay. I'm down to go to 1. What could go wrong? Has anyone ever lost the game by hitting 0 life points? I mean, honestly.
What if we flash in the card Near-Death Experience?
I believe that would result in us winning. Excellent Paigao Cube card, Near-Death Experience. Okay, I'll bind that.
That makes sense.
It is large enough to be lethal in one hit.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it doesn't matter, but... Black, red, and I'll just find Extinction Event.
Well, yeah, let's consider all our options, but I assume Extinction Event is the best.
I mean, we don't have, like, a life linker to find.
Yeah.
We have Omnath, we don't have a land.
Right. Okay. I mean, we could do the glyph... No, we don't want to do that. Yeah, I would Extinction Event.
You guys should choose odd or even, though.
Well, what is 0?
That's a good question.
We might have to check the reminder text.
Many scholars have debated whether 0 is even.
That is accurate.
See, what I like about the commentary is that it is true.
What did they do with their... Oh, they just played Dark Wish.
Okay, this land I think we should still roll for Omnath.
I agree.
I mean...
Okay.
Our deck does top deck pretty well. I mean, that's bad. Because I assume their 2 cards in hand are spells.
I mean, I assume they're like kill spells.
Wait, now that we have 1 card, maybe it's just another land. Okay, we are off to the races. Omnath. I do need them not to kill it in response, but... Alright. I mean...
No. Oh, it didn't ask us to pay 2 life because we could not.
We did not have enough life to pay. Correct.
That's kind of nice that it doesn't make you click it while you're at 1.
Well, it's just not a legal game action.
It's just not a legal game action, yeah.
For example, like, let's say you have Angel's Grace. You cannot make it come play untapped. It is not legal. I mean, I assume we just main phase that.
Yep.
I think the real question is, should we attack with Omnath?
That's interesting.
Okay, now we probably shouldn't.
Yeah. I would pay 2. I mean, we are at a much safer life total of 5, but...
Yeah, but I still don't think we can attack. If we draw, like, another lane, we can maybe attack, but right now we can't.
Yeah.
How did this game not end 6 draw steps ago? I don't know. We just, like, incredibly brilliant play by 2 excellent pilots.
Ooh, that one's nice.
Ooh, that's a very good draw, yeah. Because next turn we can... Well, the issue with looting things away is that it's not clear what we want to loot away.
That's true.
But...
I think if we have a non-Fable passive land, we'll loot it away.
I don't think that's so obvious.
Yeah.
But... Okay, well that we should not loot away. Let me tell you.
What do you want to do with it, you think?
Well, we can wrath their entire board.
Yeah.
Or we can find Valky.
We can't find Valky, it's in our graveyard.
Oh. Wait, so I'm just gonna play all the colors so we can think about it as it resolves.
Because one thing we could do is we can find Escape to the Wilds.
Oh, that's true. Or like Scarab Geezy.
Does Scarab Geezy gain life, or does it just make him lose life?
No, it doesn't gain life.
Okay.
I mean, I think we should find either Escape to the Wilds or just... But I'm not sure it's better than just... See, the problem is we could just loot... They have like a million young pieces in play.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't take much for us to... I think it's just
let's
Wrath. Yeah. So I'm going to get Selfless Glyph. It's Wrath we keep Omnath, to be clear.
Yep. I guess if this was our plan, we should have...
No, we want to attack for 4.
Well, I meant use the mana off. Well, I guess that doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, I guess we'd have one more land untapped.
Yeah.
For
nothing.
For nothing, yeah. Shh. Oh, look, it's noted friend of the stream, Sam Black.
Hello. Wow, that was an impressive showing from this deck.
I mean, I think this deck is very good, to be honest.
Yeah.
I haven't played that much with it. Like, I've played on the order of 10 matches with it right now.
Okay.
But I was very impressed.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know what's good against this deck. I guess maybe Rest in Peace locks out exactly Cruise, but that's kind of mid.
Yeah, I don't think that seems very good.
Like...
I mean, that kills third path Iconoclast only. I mean, maybe, like, Denick is good.
I mean, Denick does, like, a 2-3 lifelink actually stops a lot of tokens on its own.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Slaughter Games needs to come out, at least.
Sure.
But I think maybe, like, Rending Volley is kind of good. It's not that good.
I mean, it literally just kills third path Iconoclast.
Okay, when you put it that way, it sounds pretty bad.
Okay.
I mean, perhaps we should board like this.
I mean, we could board in, like, Vetoes or something to counter Treasure Cruise, but, like...
They're pretty bad against literally every card our opponent's entire deck that isn't Treasure Cruise.
I guess that's true.
And I think our deck is pretty decent at just, like, playing through Treasure Cruise.
Okay, submit.
Well, notably, this isn't a great Elishnorn matchup. Like, it does double our Chain of the Rocks and Leyline Bindings, but that is, like, literally all it does.
Yeah.
I guess I want to submit.
Yeah. You could put in Gigantha as something else to find.
Classic put in Gigantha.
Oh, does it double Omnath?
And it doubles Omnath,
okay.
yeah. It makes it so your Omnath always makes mana.
Yeah.
But I think that's actually not, like, that great, but it is true. Like, I don't think this is that great an Elishnorn deck. I mean, it's obviously worth a single slot to tutor for.
Sure.
But I don't think it's, like, some sort of, you know, slam dunk card in the deck either. This seems like a keep. It's pretty middling.
It's a little clunky, but it's fine. I would keep it.
Well, I mean, like, I think hands of the form, Chain to the Rocks, a decent number of lands into good stuff are basically always keeps.
Yeah.
Definitely right to play some Petal Grove on ones that we can chain on to without having to commit a basic planes. I think pretty much the right line for sure.
Yep.
Neat. It actually doesn't make Omnath gain 8 life.
Yeah.
It actually doesn't do that at all. So what it does is it makes Omnath trigger an additional time. So that means that the first trigger will make gain 4 life and the second trigger will make mana. And you can't stop it. It will do those things. So I think we should play Mountain here.
I agree.
Okay. There is a chance this punishes us. That's why I bring it up as a choice.
Yes.
Also, I think our opponent missed their second land drop.
They did.
So, Nee, you might want to read the card Omnath. It has very strange wording.
Yeah.
That many people have been confused about upon first reading. Okay, I think we just plains, and I guess we don't buy Gigantha because we have to discard to hand size.
Oh yeah, I don't want to discard to hand size.
Yeah, okay.
Although our opponent did discard to hand size. Wait, we should definitely...
What's happening right now?
I was going to say, on the person who asked about Pioneer rules things, we should bring up how weird Omnath plus Elishnorn.
Oh, yeah. Wait, have I told the story of my Omnath judge call on stream before? Because it's a great story.
I don't know, but it's a great story.
Okay, chat, so we'll real quick tell the Omnath story. So I was playing a tournament with 4-color during the period where that's what I played in every tournament. And what happened is, so, like, my opponent, I like, played a fetch land to gain 4, right? And my my opponent activated the vortex that prevents life gain with their only untapped mountain in response. And I said, in response to that, I'll break the fetch land. And then I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm like, that resolves, I'll gain 4. And they're like, no, wait, the first one is still the one gaining 4. And I'm like, no, that's not how it works. And like, I have a discussion with my opponent, like, I can't convince them. We call a judge. The judge rules in my favor, because that's the correct ruling. But my opponent just like still doesn't believe them, so they appeal. In their defense, I think the first judge didn't explain all that well.
Yeah.
So then the head judge comes over and like goes over everything it said, and then he's like, okay, I'm upholding the floor ruling, and then my opponent's like still like visibly annoyed, and the judge's like, all right, and he hands my opponent the card Omnath, and he's like, read this card, and my opponent's like, oh, okay, and then he reads on it carefully, and they're like, oh, the first time it's resolved. Now I understand. And then they were totally cool with it, and then they lost. But the story's just insane because there was ultimately entirely solved by the judge being like, read the card.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think I've been a leyline bind this.
I don't think you can.
Oh wait, my land binds cost 3. Yep, sure can.
No, Greg says something mean.
Greg's least favorite redemption word.
No. This card is dumb. And anyone who worked on designing it should have worked harder. They should not be proud of it. I say that because notably a friend of ours helped design Omnath and is proud of it. And I think that's insane.
Okay, I think we just BTL Escape the Wild here.
Yeah, that's a reasonable thing to BTL, I think.
Well, if we hit 2 lands, it's very good.
Yeah, so worth the points. Okay. Nice. I didn't have anything else mean prepared.
Also, the claim that Greg made the redemption options is actually false. What's accurate is that Greg made all the redemption options except
that one.
Wait, why is it in our...
Oh, they thought seized it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, we'll figure something else out.
It's okay.
I'm not too worried about this game still.
I think we should just get Tibble.
Yeah, it's pretty reasonable.
And exile their young Pyromancer.
Okay, I'm into Tibble. Wait, possibly we should get Tibble and plus.
We can get Tibble and plus. I kind of want to take their young Pyromancer, but it's kind of what their deck does, right?
Down is the thing. Because we have like so many spot removal in our hand.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, I have to match Greg's enthusiasm? Oh, God. All right. Hold on. What should I say with matching Greg's enthusiasm? I'm allowed to say anything?
I don't get you.
Oh, man. We should plus our Tybalt, hit a basic plains, play Chain the Rocks on our mountain, and exile their PZ that way. It's so much better. All right, how was that?
That was great. You did a great job. I'm very proud. Amazing. Yeah, I agree.
I think plussing is good.
Plussing seems great. Especially when you put it that way.
Okay. Well,
and we can cast them later, right?
Yep.
Nice. Like, even if Tibble dies, we can cast them.
Correct. We just have an emblem that says forever we can cast them.
Nice. Holy Buckets is a good thing to say.
Oh, I could have said Holy Buckets. Yeah.
No, you can save that for the next time it's redeemed.
I would like to state that the main reason Greg says something mean exists is because we need matching responses like when we pull each of us.
No, that's the reason Andrew matches Greg's enthusiasm exists.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, I guess that's fair. Yeah, I reversed it. But yeah, I wanted Greg something mean to be a reward. Oh, that just has for the candle sponsor info.
Oh, the candle sponsor, we've got a great candle. This is from Target's newest candle collection, which is themed on letters. There's one for each letter in the alphabet. I've used this one a couple times. I, of course, bought the G candle, because G for Greg. Really a great candle. It says somewhere on the bottom, oh yeah, Sweet Escape is the name of the scent. And there are no other details provided, other than that it's called Sweet Escape. But yeah, that's today's candle sponsor. Last time I was there, I tried out a few others in the word aisle, and they're all very cheap, only $5, and they were all pretty nice. I was this close to buying an A until I found the variety pack that I recently bought and loved. The scent doesn't start with a G. Yeah. Really, it's only a G, you know, in appearance.
Okay, well, as soon as we hit some nice spells to cast, we will get a lot of tokens.
Yeah, I do like that we're just G Sweet Escape, it's silent, yeah.
Do you want me to exile this young PZ as well and go into 1? Or I might just want to plus, I guess.
I think we should plus.
Yeah, the great thing about plusing is we can hit spells off their deck.
Yeah.
I don't think we need Rathine's Tower.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Okay, let's plus.
Agreed.
I'm really hoping to hit some nice ops or whatnot. Ooh, a Thoughtseize. That's perfect. We can also cast Omnath and make mana. That seems good.
Yeah.
Also, notably, any mana can cast their stuff. Or any stuff exiled by Tybalt.
Yeah.
Alright. This... Oh. I didn't want to attack. Crap. Oh, wait. No, this is resolving. Okay, good. I was like, I want to do worse things.
Yeah.
So I think we can find a basic swamp to get the 5th type.
Yep.
Make a bunch of mana. Cast Young Peasy.
Yep.
Using any of the mana, doesn't matter. Because that's how this works.
Yep.
And then we can cast Thoughtseize and make 2 things with the mana.
Nice.
Both teams really fighting incredibly hard.
Oh, it is just the 4th type. We don't have a forest.
Oh, yeah.
That's very funny.
Whatever.
We have a grove and a giant tree, but that does not make a forest.
Nope. It's just a single tree.
Uh-huh.
But...
Yeah.
Oh, I think Tybalt exiling opposing Young Peasies is by far the best Young Peasy deck in the format. By far.
Why did they concede this time? They were off it.
I mean, I believe the answer is, once again, our opponent was completely unable to win the game, but they did miss a lot of land drops.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if those 2 games were that representative of the format as a whole, but we sure did win them a lot.
Yeah?
Ooh,
we convinced Clarm!
Well, yeah, I also think it's better than Enchanties. And also, you should know that noted Enchanties advocate Bob and Cheese thinks it's better than Enchanties.
And hey, Big Daddy Swaps, welcome to the stream and thanks for the follow! That's what you could do to match my enthusiasm in the future. You could just welcome someone random to the stream and thank them for the follow.
Oh my god. Alright, I might swap out the chair now. Sorry,
because your chair is uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, not done this in advance.
Yeah, that's totally fine. We had some awkward chair situations, and now Andrew needs to procure another chair. So, it will be invisible Andrew for just a short moment. Yeah, this stream is also making me want to try the deck. Yeah, being better than Enigmatic is literally the point of the deck. That is definitely true. I like how, like, this deck still has a lot of one-of-fun-ofs, but it's definitely, like, fewer. It's easier to keep track of, and you don't have to remember, like, which buckets, which one-of-fun-ofs. Oh, we're playing against X-Whale, friend of the stream! That's nice. Ooh, last seen playing Hidden Strings. Okay.
Will plays almost exclusively Hidden Strings, actually.
Okay.
So...
The good news is I haven't had to do anything.
Great.
I haven't misclicked yet. How's your new chair?
Much better.
Excellent. Ooh, X-Whale also streaming! So you can go check out the match from both sides! Which would be very fun.
Yeah, I saw him play Infected Standard and lose constantly, so you know.
Gonna go watch his perspective? Okay, but you should keep our audio on. Because we have fun banter.
You should also keep in mind that I will consider that a personal attack. But Greg won't.
I won't, as long as you keep our banter. If you fully go away, then I'll be sad. I mean, I bet he's just streaming by himself. I bet there's no banter. Yeah,
that is true. We will really win on the banter axis. Okay,
yeah.
Let's reveal Jagantha. That will confuse and perplex him. Okay, so now we have to ask the question...
Aw, thanks, Slad.
The question is this hand good against Hidden Strings? It doesn't look very good.
It's definitely bad against Lotus Field, but it's a good hand.
Well, but like...
How confident are we that he's playing Lotus Field?
I mean, very confident, but like curving Sowing Carried into Fable is a fast BTL if we find a BTL.
That's true.
Like, I think this hand actually isn't that bad. Well, like... You need to be able to be fast, too. This hand is double accelerants.
Yeah.
Like, if we draw one of our 4 BTLs with our 2 bonus Fable draws, this hand is good. Like, I kind of think this hand is a keep, but I'm not sure.
I would like to keep it.
Okay.
I think it's like reasonable against Lotus Field and very good if he happens to be playing something else.
Well, I think he's over 80% to be on Lotus Field.
Okay.
But I still think the hand's a keep. I mean, I agree the slaughter game is very important, but I also think, like, speed is important. Like, it's not, like, you have to find the slaughter games in a timely manner. Like, I'm concerned that this hand, like, how do I describe this? If your hand was 6 land slaughter games, that's clearly worse than this hand. Or 6 not slaughter games, 6 lands BTL.
Yeah.
6 land slaughter games might be better, actually, because it's guaranteed turn 4 slaughter games, but, yeah. Whereas this hand is, like, very capable of turn 4ing it, if we have it. I mean, maybe our deck does that a lot, though, because we have, like, enough Fables and Sylvan Chariots, it doesn't matter. I don't know. It's close. I'm open to this being a mulligan, but I do think it's reasonable to keep. I think both are reasonable. There we go. Problem solved. Yep. Easy sneeps. Alright. Let's Fable. And I don't really know what land we should find. I guess Montana is my guess.
Yeah, I think I like Mountain. Are we, like, dead? Could we be dead here?
Yes, but it's not very easy.
Okay.
Lotus Field is capable of going off on one Lotus. It's pretty difficult, but it does happen. I mean, this is sort of what it looks like when it happens, although they need more mana still. The problem with going off on one Lotus is you need kind of a lot of hidden strings to make sufficient mana.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see how it goes. There's not much we can do right now. See, I wonder if there's an argument for passaging for a swamp on the reasoning that like, I bet more of our triomes are red than they are black. So it's like, in some sense, easier to get a mountain.
Yeah. That makes some sense, actually.
I think, okay, so the thing is, I have a lot of information because I know I'm playing against Will. So here, let me explain the situation. Normally against Lotus Field, you should if you don't know that your opponent has 1 kill condition, you should always name hidden strings, which like really neuters their deck, but like doesn't like single hit like one shot them or anything. Mm-hmm. If you happen to know your opponent's configuration though, that information is exploitable. And I know that Will plays Peer into the Abyss Lotus Field exclusively. Okay. So I know that's his kill condition. So if I name Peer to the Abyss on Will, he will be forced to kill me with Lair of the Hydra. Okay. Which is very hard because the normal way you do that is to tap out all their blockers with hidden strings and then make a big Lair and kill them. And that will be impossible because we'll have Sylvan Carried.
Yeah.
So I believe against Will, I should name Peer into the Abyss.
Okay.
But I only know this because I know Will very well, so I know his exact configuration.
I'm like worried he's playing something weird, and I think you should...
No, I'm right.
Okay.
I'm very... Will's like a public, aggressive advocate for Pure Lotus.
Okay.
Like, Pure Lotus is like his thing. He thinks it's very right.
Okay.
I would be like appalled if he wasn't playing Pure Lotus.
So probably discard like Valky Fable?
I think maybe...
Oh, we can discard Chained. I guess it does nothing.
I mean, Chained does nothing.
Okay.
I wasn't sure between like Sylvan and Third Fable, but...
I also remember when you were very confident that Azax only had 1 Gristlebrand.
I mean, what can I say? He's become a coward in his old age.
Yeah.
I think discarding Fable's right, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, now we're going to attack and bring to light.
Nice.
See, this honestly, what just happened does make the prospect of hitting Hidden Strings a little more appealing, just because we can't still win up this turn. So if he does go off this turn, we will lose to a giant lair. But it's pretty hard to do the lair thing. I suspect we should still slaughter games Peer into the Abyss. I want to risk it. It's also just very funny if it works. Keep that in mind. Keep in mind the humor value, you know?
Yeah.
Wait, Peer into the Abyss is the right name, right? Can we double check that? That's the 7 mana card that draws from half someone's library. I should make sure I'm not naming the wrong card.
Peer into the abyss. Target player draws cards equal to half the number of
that's right.
their life rate and loses half their life round up each time.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I'm right, all right. Don't worry, there's no other kill condition. He is now on Lair of the Hydra or Bust.
Okay.
Alright, and this is the hand. It's apparently Boseiju, Odawara, Thespian Stage, Poor Hidden Strings. So, that's the situation. Yeah, it looks like a pretty stock list aside from that. See, chat, don't worry. I mean, if we die this turn to a big combo turn involving Laird ultimately attacking us, like, that's good beats, but again, he's pretty far from that right now. So basically, like, after this pour, he has no known spells in his hand. Yep. So he's kind of on those 3 cards to continue, like, comboing, which isn't very easy, because he also doesn't have the right mana to ultimatum, because it's 3/2/2. And also, so, like, he kind of needs to find, like, it's got to be, like, a pretty good pour. And he has to go off, like, very hard to get to, like, 20 mana to lair.
Yeah.
Like, it's a much more difficult kill than the other kill conditions. How does Peer actually kill when they go off? The answer is easily. They peer the opponent. Basically, once you have, like, very large amounts of mana, you repeatedly cast Peer targeting the opponent and recur it with your land that's regrowth until they die.
Oh, okay.
So Peer will both kill someone and deck them eventually, because it's all rounded up.
Okay, yeah.
So, like, it takes a finite number of Peers, and the goal of this whole thing is to play the least bad main deck card. And it is Will's claim, which you can believe or not, that Peer is right because Peer targeting yourself is pretty good, like, in normal games.
Sure.
So, like, he claims it's the, like, most reasonable card for when not killing them. Now, some people think that the 4-mana Tutor is better, Mastermind's Acquisition.
Okay.
And then wishing for the normal kill, wishing for the thing in the sideboard.
Okay.
But, yeah. Also, post-board, we won't be able to do the thing we just did. Okay, he's casting Behold the Beyond, which is going to make things extremely weird, because he gets the triple Demonic Tutor here, but he will just be done with his turn following that.
Yes.
And then leaving up 7 Carried, I believe, guarantees we can't be killed. So, he has the perfect 3 cards, but we might be able to beat the perfect 3 cards, is essentially the game state.
Uh-huh.
It's very weird. Anyway.
So, here's an insane question. Do we want to attack with... Do we want to cast Volky as Volky to see what he took?
Well, he didn't take any creatures, though, so it will be a vanilla 2/1.
Okay, then maybe that's not worth it.
I think we should cast either Fable or Omnath here.
Okay.
My guess is Omnath.
I like Omnath.
But, yeah, because I don't really know what he does about just, like, 7 Carried blocking. Like, it seems like it's a very good plan.
Yeah.
Maybe he's trying to be, like, a Lear control deck, but that's very hard, too. I don't know. I think we should play Omnath.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we do have many 7 Carried back now.
Yeah. Well, now we just have 1. But...
Well, I mean, sure, but many in our hand.
Also, how can you be a Lear control deck? Do you have, like, any cards that do anything with Lear?
Not many, but some. Like, I think that some lists play, for example, a 1 of Extinction event to ultimatum for in some spots.
Okay.
But it's very difficult in general. I don't really know, though. I'm not a Lotus Field, like, expert.
Yeah.
I believe X-Line Peer was right, but maybe that was wrong. I think it was right, though.
It seems pretty right.
You have little faith, though, on me knowing Will's list. After the Ajax Infinite, I just get no trust from chat. Okay, so now Will can flashback, like, the world. Like, he has access to, like, his library, right? But it's unclear how that wins. Okay, we're putting the hidden strings on the Lear.
Okay. It's been ciphered.
Okay. Dark Precision is being cast. Look, lots of stuff is going to happen here.
Yeah. It's certainly more fun for Will streaming that we took the card we took.
Yeah. I have absolutely no idea what this ultimatum is going to find.
I mean, I assume we do not want him to have Omniscience in play.
Oh, but it doesn't really matter.
Because you can't flash stuff back with Omniscience, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Omniscience only lets you play stuff in your hand for free. Like, I don't know. I guess we can put Omniscience back.
I have no idea.
I feel like it doesn't matter, but I think that's probably the play.
That seems right to me, but...
Yeah, whatever. We'll put Omniscience back. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he can, like, draw his deck anyway, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, there's, like, millions of Pour Over the Pages and whatnot to flashback and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know how this ends. Like, again, I think the only way to kill now is, well, either Lear beatdowns, which is very hard.
Yeah.
But the main one is Lair attacking for 20. And obviously that could happen, but it's pretty difficult. Okay, so another ultimatum was just found, I guess. But what's going to happen?
I don't know. He's taken some game actions. Maybe, you know.
Okay, Omniscience doesn't hard cast, sure. That's reasonable. I should show the chat just in case Will has anything to say to us. He does not.
He does not. Okay.
But if Will does get any good taunts, I want to see them, you know?
Nice.
This is a pro taunting stream.
I feel like, yeah, if we were on Arena, this would be a nice time to use the Your Go emote.
Oh, it definitely would.
Yeah.
You should also know that in real life, when I play against Will, I taunt him approximately every turn of the game.
Nice.
So, wait, what did he just get back? Poor?
Yeah.
I don't understand. He has access to his whole deck. So, like, I don't really know what the point of this is right now. Like...
I mean, he's got to have a plan, right?
I assume, but I don't know what it is. Sure. All right. Dark Vision's being cast. You do you. Like, more and more mana is getting floated, so it feels like he's building up to a Lair Tail, but I don't understand how he taps our blockers.
Yeah.
Is the thing. So I don't really understand, like, what the end game is.
He's down to 20 cards in library, though.
Yeah, that's true. We can always go with the classic Deckham Plan B. I do like the classic Deckham Plan B. I hope this is the content our chat wanted.
Yeah, I feel like we should be talking about more nonsense.
I don't know what nonsense should we talk about?
I don't know. Did you have anything nice for dinner?
Not really, no. Just that normal stuff, basically.
Okay, yeah. I had a mini disaster because I was with people and we went to Voluto and I was like, I know what I want because I go to Voluto all the time, so I like immediately ordered. And then we learned that they close in 20 minutes and we wanted to like sit and hang around. So everyone was like, let's go somewhere else. But I was like, I just ordered. And so then me and one person waited around while I got my pizza, which I then got in a to-go box and put in my car. And then we went to the other restaurant and just had dinner with everyone else.
Wow, that is
and now I have extra pizza for tomorrow. Which is pretty nice. Like,
I mean, Will certainly has enough mana to make his lair gigantic now.
What did I have instead? We went to a Mexican restaurant. I had some enchiladas. They were very good. I also had a pina colada margarita, which was excellent. It tasted pretty close to a hybrid of pina colada and margarita. And, you know, I love both of those things, so...
There's sure a lot of game actions being taken.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. This game is just... It's I can't even take what's happening. It's so out of hand. Sure. Recycling Vizier, you know, whatever. Lotus Field's untapped.
But for lunch, I had Chipotle, which I guess I did have Mexican food for dinner then, but, whatever. They're kind of different. But, Will is a big fan of Chipotle, so...
Will has gone on record multiple times, chat needs to be aware of this, as saying that Chipotle, if you consider all factors, cost included, Chipotle is the best restaurant in the world. That's the claim Will has made.
I have to be honest, and I'm not sure I disagree. I love Chipotle.
I think that claim is insane, but Chipotle is good.
I know you think that claim is insane, but I love Chipotle.
I'm pretty sure all factors, cost included. My pick for the best restaurant in the world is definitely not Chipotle. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's not Chipotle.
Yeah. Wow, Cliff is here and Cliff hates Chipotle. That's insane.
What? I don't understand what's happening here.
He is down to 6 cards in his library, though.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'm pretty sure this is the only kill. I think personally, if I had to pick the best restaurant, like, for the money or whatever, my pick is the restaurant Frida Batidos in Ann Arbor. Because their happy hour deal is very good.
Okay.
It's a really good happy hour deal.
Yeah.
And,
So they will get to cast a bunch of free hidden strings?
Well, no, the Lear is summoning sick.
Oh, the Lear is summoning sick. That's a good point.
Like, I think we're dying this turn or we're not dying.
Yeah.
I guess all our stuff is tapped now. And Will's enough mana to kill us if he can remove someone character, but I don't know how he plans to do that.
Hidden strings does target, right?
Yeah.
Nice, okay.
Making hidden strings not target would be an insane design choice.
Maybe he's, hoping we don't see the line?
And I mean, I don't really get it because he can't really do this again, I think. He can't... I don't think there's enough hidden strings in... I don't think there's untaps now in library, get up to enough cards to, Okay, that's his whole deck, so... I mean, we're about to see what happens.
Yep.
Lair Ledger does not have trample. We're gonna block it. I mean...
Would you call hidden strings a hex?
Yeah. I think if someone tried to manipulate your body with invisible strings, that would be a hex.
Nice, okay.
It's a pretty classical...
Classic Will just using, 20 minutes of his clock time and then just conceding.
Now we have to taunt him.
Andrew wrote, wow, really wasting both our lives. Hexproof too good.
Yeah, I just need to kind of stick it to Will a little bit,
Yeah.
I had it, I think. Interesting. Well, I have no idea what Will believes he could have done. I don't know what he could have done.
Yeah.
Anyway, so in this matchup, we board in all of these cards.
Nice.
All of the counterspells and the Lavinia. Then, we definitely want to cut all the Chain Throx, although leaving some creature removal is not unreasonable because they do have, they will probably board in their plan Bs against us, Zakama and whatnot. So, we might want some bindings. We probably don't want any of Extinction Event, Hostage Taker, any of this kind of nonsense. Selfless Cliff Weaver.
That makes sense.
We might want, this sort of thing. Honestly. Okay. Bankbuster's just nice to, draw cards and, especially, if Will... let's just hold up counter magic and draw cards and eventually it's a threat.
Okay, yeah.
It's kind of
And what are we naming with Pithing Needle?
Well, the only thing that you can name is Thespian Stage.
Thespian Stage, okay.
It's honestly pretty medium. You can also name Lair of the Hydra.
Okay.
But...
How did Suggested Deck go from 9k to 100k? Notably, what happened is I did a bunch of research and I looked at other Magic the Gathering streamers and I learned that 100k is actually still a pretty low price for that reward on most other streams. And then I decided it was time to make some action.
I don't know what to not have is the issue here.
I mean, do we want Elish Norn? It doesn't seem very good.
Oh, it's actually quite bad. That's reasonable.
Okay.
And then it might be right to cut a few Omnaths. They're not very good.
Okay, I mean, we do have to get him dead somehow,
I know. Maybe Scarab Geezy?
Scarab Geezy doesn't seem very good.
Let's do this.
Okay.
And I think Volky should stay. I think we might want to risk for just, a ton of value.
Yeah.
So, I'm leaving Volky and Escape both in the deck.
Okay.
Also, I'm not voting in Rest in Peace. It does do something, but it doesn't do a lot. I think we can just do better.
Also, Neobrand was that horrible, yes.
You should know that I've gotten a lot of positive feedback on a Neobrand stream.
I know.
The people love the Neobrand. Greg, I'm just a fan of democracy, you know? And if this were a democratic stream, we'd stream a lot of Neobrand, I predict.
It's not a democratic stream, though.
Ooh, this hand's quite good, I think.
Seems great.
Yeah, this becomes Island, and then we can just have someone carried in Lavinia.
Yeah.
I mean, Lavinia is a really fucked up hate card for them because they can't Beseiju.
I see.
Their deck has, like, a bunch of Beseijus from, like, 1 or 2 Odawaras, and they have to find one of the few Odawaras to beat it.
Okay.
Now, eventually they will do that. We still have to, like, do something.
Yeah.
But it will buy a lot of time. Also, if you Lavinia plus Pithing Needle Odawara, I think that's lights out. Although it depends on exactly how well sideboarded.
Sure.
Post-board, we have to slaughter games Hidden Strings regardless.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay, and I want to pass it for Island, pretty sure.
Yep.
We probably will not play Lavinia on 2, though. I just think we probably want Island anyway.
Sure.
Like looking at our hand. And I mean, as far as the redemption board, the other thing Grid didn't mention, but I think is true, is just like choosing a deck is like letting that viewer kind of have a lot of control over the stream for like the entire stream, which isn't true of any of our other awards.
Right.
Like most other awards lets the viewer have control over the stream for like, 10 minutes.
Or a second. Most of them are just like seconds, you know?
Yeah, I guess, in fact, the second longest control is probably Dog or Rat Cameo.
Yeah.
So I think just playing this is right.
Yeah. Words on stream, that'll take a bit, you know? If it ever happens. Someday I'm going to make it happen, but it'll be on an Anything Goes stream.
I do like that it's anything and that it will go.
Nice.
Okay, Will did find Thespian Stage, notably. Now we probably need to play Kiora Lavinia.
I like Kiora Lavinia. So Words on Stream is like the game Text Twist, if you've ever played it, where it's a little game where 6 letters show up and people trying to make words, but it's set up such that that chat can play, which is very fun.
So I think we should just BTL now.
BTL Omnath?
Well, I don't know if it should be Omnath.
We could get Slaughter Games?
Wait, we could BTL. We could use Kiora to untap a land, BTL Omnath, play Fabled Passage, make 5 more mana, BTL again.
Yeah.
Wait, that's great.
Okay, nice.
Sorry, I didn't realize that was an option before. I guess the best thing to do is.
Oh wait, we have to do it for 4 because of. Oh, I guess we don't because of Temple Garden.
I mean, it's fine.
It doesn't, yeah, but yeah. So black,
blue,
white, blue, red,
and then I'm untapped Sylvan Character, make green.
Doesn't it only untap? Oh, it untaps anything. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah. Do it.
I knew there was no way to screw it up. Okay. And then I think we might as well Slaughter Games.
Oh, we draw 2.
We sure do. Oh, there's Slaughter Games. I mean, I think we...
Just cast it from hand?
Yeah, I mean, we have to find basic Swamp to do that, but I think that's fine.
I think that's fine.
I'm going to leave green in my pool just in case you want to summon character afterwards, although I'm not... Oh, no, wait. Do I not know how to do that?
We don't.
Okay, never mind. I'm still going to leave green in my mana pool, though, just to send a message.
Yeah.
Hidden Strings. Okay, so Dragon Lord Dramoka and Lear are both in his hand here. His only way to get off the table appears to be Odawara and Fading Hope are the 2 ways to do it.
Okay. Well, he is just going to cast Dragon Lord Dramoka next turn.
Well, no, he isn't. It costs more mana. Oh, wait, can't be countered? Oh, so he can just cast it.
Yeah.
That's true. We can just Volkey it then.
That's true.
So that's probably fine.
Okay.
Okay, we still have 4 Hidden Strings. And now let's bash. For 2.
Nice. I love bashing for 2.
Yeah, and I guess once Dromoka's in play, Lavinia's kind of not incredibly relevant. Since... Yeah. Oh, no, wait. It just says they can't cast. Oh, no, non-creature. Right.
Wait, what is... I think Dragon Lord Dromoka just says it can't be countered.
Right, but this says they can't cast non-creature spells with mana value greater. So this doesn't stop this at all. Because the first clause of this is what's relevant.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But, yeah. That's all I was noting. Anyway, we just want to find Volkey now.
I think so.
And I guess I might as well... I'm going to play a land into it to leave this up, even though I don't think that will come up.
That makes sense.
As usual, bring to lighting for small numbers is fine here.
Except we're just gonna do it for 5 because that's what our mana is.
Yeah. Okay, and let's bash.
Nice.
And I mean, I think we're going to defeat Will in the Arena of Ideas here. He seems quite defeated. Yeah.
GG's. Nice. Nice. Well, that was fun.
That was fun.
That felt very effective.
I mean, we naturally drew our one of tutorable hate card.
Oh, Lavinia.
Yeah, like, it might be a good matchup, but I think we did one pretty hot.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Looking at his hand, I think that having the Slaughter games for Hidden Strings would have gotten there, right? Like,
probably, yes.
Yeah.
It's hard to say exactly, but I think so.
Yeah.
But anyway, we haven't lost any games yet with BTL Omnath.
Nice! So love that.
Also, one note is, I do think Kiora looks pretty good there.
Kiora did look quite good there, yeah.
So that flex slot, remember, is either Courier's Briefcase.
Sorry, what? Oh, Courier's Briefcase. Okay.
Like, yeah, 1-time mana plus 5 sack to draw 3.
Yeah.
Which our deck can do. That's like part of the card in this deck.
Yeah.
Courier's Briefcase, Prismari Command, or Kiora.
Oh, that is true. Because we drew Slaughter games, we had to bring light to answer Dromoka. That's true, but I kind of think we would have beaten that Dromoka.
Yeah, I don't think Dromoka was going to beat us.
I mean, it was just like 5/7 flying lifelink. No other attack. Stops counter spells.
Right, but the point is, like, imagine Dromoka sits in play.
Yeah.
Like, it can't necessarily attack us because, like, we attack back for more and gain life with Omnath, so we're not dying.
Yeah.
And, like, eventually we just are going to do the thing we did to it, right? Like, I think we were winning if we didn't have the BTL immediately, necessarily.
Yeah.
But I acknowledge that if we didn't draw the BTL for, like, a long time, we could have lost.
Sure. And we did still have Leyline Bindings in our deck.
Correct.
But notably, the Leer that he was going to play next turn would have been the main target.
Well, I mean, maybe. Like...
Oh, I guess Leer's not very good with Lavinia in play.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Lavinia is hideously effective against them.
Yeah.
Just in general. That's why it is the one of, get them, essentially. Mm-hmm. All right.
Lord Zidane. Last seen playing
mono white.
Nice. But it was 24 days ago, so.
Yeah, so we can play anything.
Yeah.
Well, this hand's a Sneep.
Looks great.
I believe it's a Sneep against white and also Sneep against not white.
Nice. Your favorite channel reward to waste time is when you spend 0 points to type in the chat and Greg has to read it all. I mean, that's great. I'm going to start ignoring messages from Cliff now.
Ooh, could be a nice mirror match here. That's, I think, what this means. I think I just
could be creativity, right?
No.
Okay.
Creativity is straight blue-red in this format.
Okay.
That stuff is all modern.
Okay.
Temple Garden go, I think?
Yeah.
Because in Modern, they're doing it to hard cast Archon of Cruelty.
Okay.
In Pioneer, there is no Archon of Cruelty.
Do you want to shut the thing on the right?
Oh, sorry, yes. Okay, well, now I don't know what we're playing against. It appears to be Jund.
It could be Red Black Sack. They sometimes play Zeotora's Proving Grounds and the dragon whose name I can't remember.
Yes, Corvold.
Corvold. That's the dragon.
Oh, I could have put some Giganta here. Or maybe I should have, sorry.
That's okay.
I'm not really sure if it was right or wrong, but I maybe should have. The thing is, I think there is a chance we end up in a situation where we discard a hand side at some point here, but it's not that likely.
Yeah.
Omnath, go?
Yeah.
I mean, Omnath Escape the Wilds will be basically anything. I mean, this does look like Red-Black Stack as of now.
Yeah, it also could just be like a weird version of normal Red-Black playing... Okay, never mind.
That's what this implies, I think.
Well, but the Overgrown 2 makes me think it's not that.
Sure. I mean, this deck trounces Red-Black, so...
Yeah.
I hope that they're playing a variant of Red-Black. Yeah, like, we could escape the Wilds here. If we get any land, we make 4 mana, which seems pretty excellent.
Yeah. Okay, I think we should do that.
Yeah. And, like, we're gaining 4, so, like, I'm not even that worried about the Shield Dread here. Like, it will attack us one time. If they kill our guy and we brick, like, we'll move on with our life.
Well, we appear to... Oh, no, we did hit a land.
We hit a land, and it's also going to deal them 4, by the way.
Yeah.
Although, actually, we probably want to just save it.
I want to save it.
Okay, so what do we want to do here?
I kind of like chaining Shieldred to the rocks and playing Fable.
Well, did you consider Valkying Shieldred with the BTL?
Well, Valky is currently in our exile zone.
Oh, wait. We actually a lot of our best targets.
Yes.
That is unfortunate. Like, it's awkward not to play the cards exiled, though, because, like, they go away.
Well, I know.
Like, I kind of want a BTL for, like, almost anything. What do we have in our deck?
Scarab God?
I guess getting
Elishnorn?
Wait, getting Elishnorn is pretty decent. Because if they don't kill it, next turn we'd, like, double chain to the rocks.
That's true. Wait, could we get Elishnorn and... No, we can't do that. Wait, I'm gonna look at our deck real quick.
Yeah.
On Twitter.
I'm just really not sure what the play is. It's pretty interesting. Like, I don't want to, like... I think I'd rather chain to the rocks and play Selfless Glyphkeeper than...
Just play a random... We could take Shieldred hostage. That's pretty bad.
Okay, I think I'm coming around on Chain to the Rocks Fable, not crack our Fable Passage, and next turn have Omnath Passage, like...
Yeah.
To make another 4 mana, assuming we find another land.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty reasonable assumption.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just win without most of those cards.
Yeah.
And I don't think we have interest in attacking.
No.
Because it's a classic case of who's the beatdown. Really? The beatdown is not ambiguous.
It's them.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely the mid-range deck that beats other mid-range decks. That is an accurate description here.
I mean, so to be fair, next turn we could just cast Tybalt Cosmic Imposter for 7.
Oh, that's not unreasonable at all.
7 is not that much.
That's very reasonable, especially if we draw land.
Well, I think I'm interested in discarding both of our cards.
Our non-binding cards? Yeah. Although, yeah.
We have a treasure coming.
I know. Okay. I mean, we can still cast Cosmic Imposter. It just means we can't do anything else.
Yeah, could we... Is there a way we can use Bring to Light to help find a land? Not really.
I can't name it.
I can't... I'm looking at the deck right now and can't name it.
But I think I'm interested in just bashing and making the
Although, notably, we could now go get Elishnorn.
Yeah.
Because Elishnorn does look much better now.
Yeah, that's true. We could, like... So we need a black mana to do it. So we break Fable Find Black, because we need to do it for the full 5.
Yeah.
And we can do it with white up, right? Red, blue, green. Yes. So... And then you have a second land.
I think I just would rather play Tybalt, honestly.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm not sure how they're ever beating it, but...
Me neither. Okay, let's attack.
Okay.
To quote the Corsair from StarCraft, let us attack. I don't know if that reference is gotten by literally anyone in the chat, but I also don't care, as usual. I mean, a nice play available to us is Exile Fable, because then we can cast the Fable.
Well, I do like that. Do red-black decks still play Dreadbore in the year of our Lord 2023?
Not very many. but sometimes. But, yeah, I think we should just do the thing, though. I think Exiling the Guy is pretty just good.
Yep.
Like, if they kill Tybalt, I just think we have a ton of value in our hand between, like, the 2 Fables, 2 Leyland Bindings, and Gigantha, don't forget.
Yep.
So, I think we'll just be fine. It's a little sad that our Escape the Wilds didn't end up drawing us all that many cards, but... Okay, well, them getting shielded is annoying. It's not that great.
Yeah.
Like, if they attack Tybalt, I'm definitely chumping. I'm chumping so quick. Yeah, Escape to the Wild is like been Omnath's best friend now for like 3 years.
That is accurate.
Oh, I guess I should maybe change Rock's upkeep. Sorry.
Wait, what?
I mean, Leyland Binding down upkeep. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Sorry. I said the wrong one, but the thing I said was true. Nice. You want a nice Hive of the Eye Tyrant?
Do I kind of want a Fabled Fast. Oh, we don't have Omnath in play. Yeah, I do want a nice Hive of the Eye Tyrant, I think.
Okay, I'm going to change Shieldred to this rock.
Okay. And then do you want to play our Fable or their Fable?
I think their Fable, in case you want to Fable away Fable.
I guess that's true.
I mean, it's an emblem. They can't, like, get rid of it in any way.
Yeah.
That is somewhat the nature of emblems. And we can see who can Fable more opponent. I believe I know who it's going to be.
Oh, this is nice. Tybalt is nice.
Yes, I mean, this is always the idea of this deck, is you make Tybalt and then you laugh at them.
I like that all the Tybalts cost, like, no mana, and this one costs 7.
Well, look, this time he was impersonating a god, you know? Like, that's some serious business. You gotta have...
Good point.
Gumption to do that.
Yeah.
And that gumption doesn't come free, Greg. It costs mana.
As gumption often does, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that's fair. I want to trade, I think.
Yeah. There's more where that came from.
Yeah, I also think Tybalt needs to... We gotta protect him, you know? Like, let's keep his loyalty up. Tybalt's alt is real messed up if you never used it.
It's like exile all graveyards, then make some mana?
That's correct.
Okay.
Oh no, Tybalt!
Wait, I have an insane suggestion.
Opponents only.
Oh, okay.
Great suggestion, not illegal play.
Yeah.
But on the plus side, Hive of the Eye Tyrant can start getting in, potentially. Let's discard this, I think.
I think just that.
Yeah. Okay, so we can play Fable, find a basic.
I kind of want to hold the Fable.
For Omnath?
Okay, that's foolish.
I think we should get in with... I think we should get the beats on.
Okay.
I wanna make Hive Tyrant attack for 5 and play Fable.
Okay.
I love that it's their Hive, too.
It's so weird that in our 5-color deck, we're for some reason playing Hive of the Eye Tyrant. What a weird choice for us.
Yeah, our opponent is demonstrating a lot of mental fortitude. Ooh, that's cool. I mean, I will just binding it, but...
Yeah.
Like, I need to get an untapped land to binding it. Which I can just do, though. In fact, we should probably just get a shock land to preserve fetchables.
Okay.
So let's get, like, a nice Sacred Foundry. If you thought you were blocking, you were mistaken.
Yeah.
We have a lot of Fables now.
We sure do.
Oh, there certainly are not nibs in the 75, because there are no... That's like the entire point of this deck, actually. Like, instead of playing 2-color spells that are bad, you play 1-color spells that are good. Anyway, let's do this upkeep. Binding Shieldred.
Yep.
Alright. I'm willing to continue to tell our opponent the same old story.
Yeah. Are we gonna have 5?
Well,
just 4.
We also could notably fireball our opponent here with the 2 Flections.
Yeah, you have to do that end of turn though, right?
Right. So I think we should
That's probably better than attacking with Hive.
Yeah, I think we should attack with Goblin, play Fable, and pass, and then do it.
Okay.
And I mean, I predict if they don't have a way to stop it, they're just straight up dead to that.
Yeah.
And if they do, then we'll move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, the entire problem with Niv is it forces you to play a lot of bad cards, and this deck is just all good cards, and then no Niv. But yeah. We also do have a Gigantha, don't forget, although...
Oh, that's true.
I'm in no rush to get it.
Uh-huh.
I think it is usually irrelevant, but I think it is quite good against control decks specifically. Sure. I don't think that's going to beat us. Okay, fair enough. I'm still down to loot away this land. I don't care.
Oh, I'm very down.
Oh, nice. I guess we won't get to tip 2 things because we're just going to play it now, though.
Yep. Wait, I don't want to play Elishnorn.
Oh,
because I want to Fireball. You can play Elishnorn.
No, you're right. I'm in. You convinced me.
Well, I guess if they draw a kill spell, we'd much rather have Elishnorn in play.
Yes.
I want to play Elishnorn.
Okay. And we can still Fireball for, like, a bunch.
Yeah.
Also, it's strictly... Yeah, right. And then we just attack with Goblin and say go.
Yep.
And if they Wrath us somehow, I believe we'll manage to win between this Fable flipping, the Gigantha, and just, like, the Hive. Like, we're still fine.
Yeah. Nice. Well, that felt great.
Right. I agree. So against these decks, I do think this card's pretty good.
Yep, that makes sense.
I don't think we have that much else of note. I think Slaughter Game is clearly bad.
Yep.
I don't love Hostage Taker. It's okay. Like, it's actually like a Goblin token.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's kind of bad otherwise. I think it can go. What do you think?
I think it could go. Do you want to cut Extinction Event?
I think I don't.
Okay.
I think I want to have another Wrath in my deck, just in case, like, we've already cast the first one or what have you. Like, I think I want to play this deck minus a card, and I don't know what the card should be.
It could be Elishnorn.
I mean, doubling our kill cells is definitely not irrelevant.
That's true. That's true.
It's not great, though. But, like, I think it could come up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe Kiora too.
I like Kiora against them. I mean, I guess we only have 6 things that trigger it.
Yeah.
Okay, get Kiora out of here.
Okay, I mean, did you count this, by the way, as you triggered it?
I did not.
Okay.
7.
Yeah, I think this is at least 7. Maybe 8, depending. Gigantha might count as 2.
Okay.
It also could count as 0.
I mean, it's definitely 0 because you keep forgetting to put it in your hand.
I forgot one time. Well, this hand's great.
I didn't come here to mulligan this hand.
Yeah, we're basically like our opponent's deck, only we have 4 Brinkslights that do hideous things to them, and they don't.
Yeah. I guess their, like, green splash for ways to kill enchantment-based removal is, like, pretty good against us.
I mean, it's decent. It's much worse against us than it is against enchanties.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'll play a Jund land.
Nice.
Oh, by the way, one thing I've been thinking about with this deck is I'm not totally sure it should have this land count. Specifically, I've been wondering, there's 27 lands and 4 7 Caratids and a Kiora in this deck.
Okay.
I sort of wonder if with 4 Caratids and a Kiora, you want 26 lands.
Interesting.
But if I did that, this is the land this is the 27th land in some sense. So just every time we drop a Sager, you can imagine it's a spell.
Okay.
And see how you feel about that. Well, I don't mind besagering the Reckoner Bankbuster and playing Reckoner Bankbuster.
That seems good to me.
Yeah, I think we should do all that main phase.
Well, oh yeah, because it stops them from drawing a card.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
This land? Yeah, double white is probably better.
Yeah.
Another reason to do this is now we're set up, if our opponent like does play another thing or something, we're set up real nicely for the Plague Wind.
Yeah. Like if they play like Shieldred or something.
Yep, we'd go to 9, chalk our land down to 7, and Plague Wind them, I assume.
Yeah.
Glissa Sunseeker, huh? I mean, I'm sort of tempted to Valky. I don't know, I guess that's not that great. What do you want to do here?
What do we have to find?
Well, one option is to wait.
To just play Reckoner Bankbuster, or play Chain to the Rocks on Glissa.
Draw a card and chill. But that's not that great, I guess.
I think that's not very good.
I mean, I sort of think we should just, if we're gonna bring Tide, we should just play Wind.
I think we should just play Wind them.
Okay. Notably, Plague Winding your opponent is good. For those keeping track of whether or not it is good at home, it's good.
And I guess you don't. You failed, but it's fine because we're Plague Winding, and that's only 3.
Oh yeah, okay, good. I did fail when I didn't need to fail, but it's okay. Let's take our easy 2-for-1 with good board presence.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good response, certainly. I mean, not like a huge deal, but a good one. Do you want to chain the Goblin? I sort of don't.
I want to draw a card first.
Okay. I think this is the right tapping.
I think so.
Well, that does make it better to chain the Goblin.
I agree.
But I'm still pretty scared of Shieldred. Like, they're drawing 2 push cards next turn.
Yeah.
I want to just chill still.
Do you want to just play a Bankbuster, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think you should play the land.
Oh, definitely I think I should play the land given that I drew Escape, right?
Yeah.
I think if we had drawn Escape, it's unclear, but drawing Escape seems like it's trivial.
Yep. Did they loot?
No. They declined.
Declined to loot. Okay.
Which is a show of strength. I don't know what it means. Are they going to be Bankbusters? I mean, look, that's fair, I guess, but I'm not that upset. Okay. So
now getting Valky seems pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. And we could, at some point, we can also Valky the Needle, notably.
That's true.
I mean, I don't think we're going to do it now, but
no.
It is an option available to us. Yeah, I like just Valkying, I think.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're going to exile, pretty much, right?
Yeah. We're going to exile the 3/2.
Yeah. See, look at me even tapping for 5 different colors correctly.
Nice. Also a 2-for-1. Or a, 8-for-1, probably.
It's a lot for 1. Yeah. I mean, even if they kill the Tybalt this turn somehow, even if they stomp it, for example.
Sure.
We still get to cast their thing.
Yeah. So then it's a 2-for-1.
Right. Well, a 3-for-1. They lost the guy, we gained a card.
Right.
It's a floor of a 3-for-1. Let's put it that way. Okay. Well, I would like to chain their guy, but I think we just... Oh. Well, now I think we probably...
Play Omnath and Chain to the Rocks? That seems pretty good.
Well, it's awkward because our Omnath is going to get Bloodtooth Harvested.
I mean, you could Chain to the Rocks the Bloodtooth Harvester.
Yeah, but that seems kind of insane. Wait, what if we don't play Omnath? What if we play their Bloodtooth Harvester and Chain to the Rocks?
Ooh, that seems great.
Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to do this on their Flexion.
Yep.
And I mean, I get that if they free it, they get a Fable back, and that's not great, but I still think it's the right play.
Agreed.
Well, I sure tapped it for white.
That's insane that it tells you to play black and then you don't have to.
Yeah, it's just like play black and you don't play black. You're like, no. And then Ramoto's like, okay, that's fair.
Also, I like that we have this emblem just hanging out.
Oh, yeah. Sacrifice creature they control with the highest mana value. I mean, I think Sylvan.
Yeah.
Because I think I want to take from the Goblin and harvester their Harvester. Or block their Harvester. Mm-mm.
We cannot crew with Needle.
Yeah, crewing is sadly an activated ability. So our Reckoning Bank Busters are completely blank right now. But I believe that will be okay. Let's play Omnath Land.
Yep.
I guess presumably land. Okay.
Wow, look at these non-matching Sacred Foundries.
Now we can also blood away our other Sacred Foundry if we want to.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, look at how many cards we got out of this.
I guess if their card is Thoughtseize, then we're like...
A little sad? Yeah. But I would do it again. I want to not die more than anything else. Like, we can win after getting Thoughtseize.
Yeah, like, I'm not sure they'd even keep Thoughtseize over blooding it away.
Yeah. I think I probably would be inclined not to out of them at the spot. I'm going to take from this, though.
Sure.
Like, I assume this is a, like, Stomp or something, and...
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
And I think I want to blood this away. It's a little complicated.
I like blooding it away.
Because I do want to hit 2 lanes really badly on the on-math turn. Wait, I kind of think I should.
Okay, don't. Save the blood for later.
Okay, well now we have 2 lanes guaranteed, so that's nice. And I'm going to leave the black Triome up because this doesn't make black. Oh look, lands. Alright. Do you want to play a nice scare? Do you want to go Jetmir's? I think we should play Jetmir's Garden, one of the lands from our hand. Okay.
A wise concession from our
Yes. The line, I believe, was Jetmir's Garden, Sacred Foundry, Chain to the Rocks, Scarab Geezy, was, I believe, the line.
I like that, yeah.
But yes.
I wasn't sure if Chain to the Rocks... what I was deciding was, like, do we actually need to bother with the Chain to the Rocks?
I mean, we
but,
don't
like, it's
really.
going away the next turn, like, we might as well.
Also, Scarab Geezy can eventually start the machine gun, also known as opposing bunch of harvesters.
That's so funny. You should rebrand to Candles and Magic as the name of our stream. I mean, that would be a great name.
That would be a great name, but I think our rebrand is unlikely. Also, when we started the stream, we didn't know that the candles were going to be a bit.
Yeah, I will say that, like, okay, there was a stream really, really early on where I feel like I introduced about 10 bits. I literally spent my whole day brainstorming stream bits, and I, like, brought them all up on that stream, and Candles was the one that stuck. Most of the other bits are gone to the abyss. I don't even remember what they are. But Candles are here to stay.
Yeah. I think that is correct. Okay, our opponent was last seen playing Mono Blue. I predict Mono Blue is not a good matchup for this deck.
I predict that also.
But I bet it's not, like, unwinnable.
Wait, there are others. Well, okay, it was chat that chose which bits they like. And Candles got to lived the test of time.
I mean, this gotta be a keep. It's Sylvan Carried at Fable. I mean, Extinction Event is even good against Spirits if it resolves. Like,
yeah.
It's good in the sense that, like, it probably demands a counterspell, which...
Okay, well, they definitely are Spirits.
Yeah, and honestly, something I was thinking about is... I think Spirits is in a decent spot right now. Spirits isn't a very good deck, so I'm not necessarily recommending that anyone play it, but, like, Lotus Field and Greasefang have both picked up a lot of popularity after the PT, and all of those combo decks are bad against Spirits.
Chat is notoriously dumb, but is in charge of bits. I mean, actually, I'm in charge of bits, but, you know.
It's kind of a Greg Chat combo deal, you know?
Yeah. I introduce the bits, and Chat gets to vote on them. It's like a Shark Tank situation.
Nice reference. I appreciate it. Yeah, the thing is, I really need the Fable to resolve now, and I predict our opponent will not let it resolve.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we could, in theory, Leyline Binding this turn for 3 mana. It seems really bad, though.
I want to cast Fable.
Yeah, make him have it, as it were.
Yeah.
I mean, I do generally think making mono blue have the counter is usually right, because their deck actually only has, like, 6 counterspells in it.
Yeah.
So, like, if you make them have the counter, like, they just don't a surprising amount of the time.
Also, if they had Rattle Chains, we would have been in trouble.
Ooh, okay. That's good. I think we just play Omnath. I think this is the spell we want to cast last.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't Omnath. Wait, there's a swamp. Okay, let's cast Sanction Event.
Yeah. And if nothing else, they'll just sack a Wanderer, but...
Yeah, but so be it. Okay, wow. so there. It seems like our opponent is clock, light, counterspell heavy, is what this implies. Which, okay, or just land heavy. They only have 2 cards left.
Yeah.
Okay, so we currently have 3 land types. Our land binding still costs 3.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I want to Binding.
The issue is if they have Rattle Chains, it's a disaster.
I don't think they have Rattle Chains.
You think they would have just played it as a 2/1 flyer?
Probably.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm not going to main phase. I'm going to pass.
Okay.
And then, like, we can land Binding at our leisure, in essence.
Yeah. If they tap 2 mana, would you do it?
Well, they still have Rattle Chains up, so I don't think so.
Yeah. Do you want to do it in their upkeep?
I think I want to just chill.
Why?
Because they might invest more mana into this thing.
What is...
Make it a 4/4?
Oh, then it gets through our thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe that's greedy, but I don't think it's crazy. I guess I'm going to cast it now, though, because I don't want to block and get destroyed when they counter it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, they could Rattle Chains it now.
True. Well, maybe we got punished by top deck Rattle Chains. Maybe they've had it the whole time. Hard to say. I mean, look, one nice thing is, if we can get this, ooh, I want a double spell.
Okay.
And I think we should start with Chains, so that if they Rattle Chains, they're tapped out.
Okay, and then and the second spell is Fable?
I think so.
Are we dead if they Rattle Chains? We are dead if they Rattle Chains, if we do that.
Well, because they'll grant this flying.
Yep. We'll be tapped out. They'll just untap Granite Flying and kill us.
Okay. I
guess we should still do it, but it's just worth noting.
No, you're right. We're dead to second Rattle Chains.
Yeah.
But I still think that makes very little sense for them to happen. Maybe they just slowed all their Rattle Chains and played brilliantly and we're dead. I don't know. So be it if so. Okay. Also, the other reason to play Chains first is that one can't be Geistlight snared.
That's true.
No matter what the ordering, the Fable can be, so you might as well play that one around it.
Wait. Oh, I see, yeah. I'm not excited. I don't know if Andrew's excited. He might be, but I'm not.
I saw some of the discussion on Twitter of the Neoform innovations.
Okay.
I'm a little excited.
Okay.
They involve cutting the card Mox Amber, and I do hate the card Mox Amber in the deck.
Okay.
Okay, let's discard Slaughter Games and Bring to Light.
Agreed.
Okay, well, I mean, I think to win, we have to Bring to Light for the Wrath. Wait, they have Mausoleum.
Oh, they have Mausoleum Wanderer.
Wait, that's not possible. Oh god. Okay. So what can we do?
If we attack...
If we Omnath and draw a land...
Yeah.
We're in business.
Especially if it's a land that makes white.
I mean, a regular land puts us to 7, which means we're dead to any spirit.
Yeah.
But we can just hope to draw a white land.
I mean, I guess Leyline Binding, none of their things lets us live.
Correct. But we also could attack, hostage take the Mozzie Motor and play it.
I want to do that.
Yeah, that sounds great. I agree.
Okay.
I mean, this is all predicated on them just, like, not having a counterspell, but I don't think it's, like, that unreasonable. Like, they let a lot of stuff that was kind of consequential resolve.
Yeah.
Like, I think their hand is garbage, is what I think. I'm not sure of that. Obviously, they could have top-decked a good card.
Yeah.
But I think one of their cards is pretty likely to be a land.
I mean, the art on Hostage Taker is nice.
Okay, well, we died.
Yeah.
He'll be taking no hostages today.
Dang.
Okay, let's concede.
Agreed.
Would we have drawn a white land? Damn. Alright, so this matchup, unfortunately, our sideboard doesn't give us that much help in. Like, I think probably Dennick is good as a 2-3 lifelink.
I love Dennick as a 2-3 lifelink.
There's one Rending Volley, just a mathematically perfect one. And then the rest of our sideboards looks pretty medium to me. Like, we could play Vetoes, try to get our stuff through, but I'm not sure that's good.
That doesn't sound that good to me.
And I'm not sure, like, Reckoner Bankbuster is very good.
That doesn't sound very good to me either.
Like, I think we just sideboard like this and mostly is what it is.
And take out Slaughter Games.
And some expensive card. I think Scarab Deezy.
That makes sense. Wait, what if it's Elesh Norn?
No. Double Exile.
Oh, yeah.
If Elesh Norn comes down, this is going to be the one we want.
Yeah. Wow, the correct list might have a Worldspine Worm for value. As another Autochton Worm?
Yeah, it's like another... Well, presumably the fact that it shovels in is important in some way.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But I don't know for sure. Like, you can pitch the combo or shuffle it in, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, this hand's great.
Yep.
It gives you priority during your cleanup? Wait. That now you have my attention.
Oh, you don't have my attention. You have the opposite of my attention. You have my concern.
If you wanted my attention, all you had to do is say priority during your cleanup step. I just love priority during my cleanup step is the thing. Or I guess I can play Proving Ground Temple Garden and cast everything. But this lets me play Painless Chain on 2.
Which I think if they played anything, we would just chain it, right?
Yeah, I guess probably we would. Okay.
Yeah, like, I want to put that onto some rocks.
Yeah, I guess so.
And make my classic complaint about spirits and chain to the rocks.
Well, this time, though, we're at least chaining it to a place that is somewhat rock-like.
Yeah, there are a lot of rocks on that Triumph to chain it to. It's too... You can make us play it sooner if we lowered the deck donation reward. Now I'm going to raise the deck donation reward.
You can't be saying things like that here. I don't think you should play this and let them do the pay one counter if they want to.
Yeah, it's fine.
And we just have all the colors now, so we can kind of play whatever lanes we want.
Yep.
Okay, well, if they have no threat in play, I mean, that is kind of good for us. Like, I don't really want to commit Omnath. I think I just want to play Sylvan Carried and pick up the companion.
Okay.
Sound reasonable?
I love it.
Because we almost have enough mana that we can resolve Omnath through Geistlight Snare.
Yeah.
And that is good. Well, to be clear, I don't know how this kill condition works. So it's bold of you to assume that I can explain it since I don't know anything about it. I believe one person currently watching the stream knows how it works, and somehow it's Azax.
Yeah.
Which is pretty disturbing if you think about it. Okay, I want to play Omnath. I want to play pre-Omnath land Omnath.
Okay.
I can explain priority during cleanup, yes. But I can't... That doesn't mean I can explain the win condition.
I mean, they could...
This doesn't quite work. Sorry, we want to leave up... We want to be able to cast this. So, wait.
Use Ziatoras for green instead of Temple Garden.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right, blue.
Yeah, that works. Yeah.
Oh, Slasher knows what we're talking about. Okay.
That is regrettable. I'm going to play this. If they want to counter that,
okay.
I think so be it.
Yep. I mean, we can disturb it.
Yeah, and the disturb flies. It's, like, very relevant. I appreciate that everyone's just like, why is my opponent just putting Denik onto this deck? Do you want to chain to the rocks this Rattle Chains as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I can chain them to the Sacred Foundry.
Okay.
Or the Zeator's Proving Ground. Which do you prefer?
Proving Grounds.
Okay. So where do you think they're chained in this ring? Do you think they're chained, like, on the ring? Or, like, to one of the posts of the ring? Like, what do you think? How does this work?
Okay, I mean, that was clearly the way all of this goes wrong, but it's not even that bad.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, they have 4 power in play. We currently have the capacity to gain 6 life a turn. Like,
yeah.
Things aren't really going that badly for us. They're leaving one of the Rattle Chains at home to discourage Omnath attacking, I guess. I mean, that kind of makes sense, but it's fine.
Ooh.
Now we're attacking.
Hiya! Everybody who can attack does attack. I
mean, they can block Omnath, like, Faceless Haven if they want, I guess. Ooh. Okay, or that. Or they're going to tap one of our guys. I'm not sure which one. Presumably Denik? Yeah. Get him, Omnath.
And then play Jignatha?
I think so. I mean, we're trying to race here, and we're not that out of it. Okay. Well, I guess I should not auto yield because we probably want to just play someone carried it as well.
Yeah.
The awkward part is that we just haven't drawn a lot of lands to follow up on our Omnath right now.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Because now with 3 Stone Carried, we can BTL through Geistlight Snare, which is very good.
That is very... Oh, are we dead?
Well, no. I mean, for one thing, I think we should just chump.
I agree.
Nice. We're not even close to dead.
Do you want to play the other Omnath?
Maybe? I guess I do.
I think I do. If they have the legitimate business person card, we're very sad.
Yeah, I don't even know if they would have boarded that in against us. Nice.
Okay, nice.
So next turn we can BTL. Through Geistlight Snare, which is very good. This does mean we kind of need to not block with Sylvans this turn, but I predict that won't be an issue.
Yeah.
If BTL resolves, I think we want to get Plague Wind and choose Omnath.
I think so.
Which means possibly we should attack with Denik first. Although no, that's probably dubious because that's like assuming it will resolve.
Well, but won't we attack with Denik even if it doesn't resolve?
Well, they can face him and eat it. So like.
Oh.
So like we kind of want to like know the situation.
Okay.
So I think we should just cast it.
Yeah.
And I need to cap both of these because of that.
Oh. That
right.
Makes sense.
I think so. All right. Pay. Okay. So now I think we just want to attack with only Denik.
Yep.
Because if we tap... Although, wait, actually... Oh, yeah, we're dead, right? If we tap both, yeah.
That does mean we're dead to any spirit.
No, 2 spirits.
Well, Faceless Haven has Vigilance and is a spirit, right?
Sure, but it
has to be then a 1-mana spirit.
That isn't that many of their spirits.
Well...
Okay? I mean, look, if we put ourselves dead to Snare plus Spell Pierce plus Spirit...
Yeah.
And they had that, I don't know what to say, good beats.
Yeah.
Like, I think we played that game in such a way that we could very easily have won and did not quite win.
Yep.
But so be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
honestly, that deck looks great.
Yeah, so this is BTL Omnath. I think it's very good. I think there's definitely some wiggle room in the sideboard. I added this Denik. It's an Andriel and Bogan innovation.
Okay.
And I think it might be good. When I added, the idea was I wanted to be able to BTL for a card that can lock out Greasefang.
Yeah.
Like, from doing their thing, and also just randomly board it into a bunch of matchups, and that is what it did.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel good about the configuration for the most part. Kiora looked pretty good.
Kiora did look good.
I think the Kiora is the best of these cards as of now, but I'm not very confident. But, yeah, I think that about wraps up our constructed stream.
Yeah, pretty good. We can send them here, as we often do.
That's fine.
Okay. Because we sent them here last time?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, we're gonna go raid Twinless Twin MTG and send you off to watch some nice Murktide. We'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. for our normal Twinless Twin MTG. For our normal Thursday afternoon limited stream, so we hope you'll join us for that. A little bit more New Phyrexia Draft. Thank you so much for the follow, Caesar Ramon 8. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, I hope if you play this deck, it brings you some success. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. And SystemMagic out.